Welcome back to Wheels of Luxury, where we bring you the most exclusive and capable vehicles on the planet. Today we have something truly special for adventure enthusiasts, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. This legendary adventure tourer has been completely reimagined, and the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is ready to dominate both on-road and off-road riding. Let's dive deep into what makes the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS the ultimate adventure motorcycle. Before we explore every detail of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for Wheels of Luxury. You don't want to miss any of our premium motorcycle and automotive content, especially when we cover incredible machines like the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. The BMW R 1300 GS has been the king of adventure touring for decades, and the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS takes everything that made this bike legendary and elevates it to new heights. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS represents the pinnacle of adventure motorcycle engineering, combining power, technology, comfort, and capability in one incredible package. Let's start with what powers the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. At the heart of this adventure beast is BMW's legendary Boxer twin engine. But the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS features a completely new 1.300cc liquid-cooled Boxer twin power plant. This engine in the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS produces an impressive 145 horsepower and 110 pound-feet of torque. That makes the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS one of the most powerful adventure tourers on the market. The Boxer twin engine in the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS isn't just about raw power. This engine delivers power smoothly and predictably across the entire rev range. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS engine pulls strongly from low RPMs for technical off-road riding, delivers robust mid-range power for highway passing, and keeps pulling all the way to redline for spirited riding. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS Boxer Twin is incredibly versatile, making this bike capable in any situation. One of the signature features of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is those iconic horizontally opposed cylinders jutting out from either side. The Boxer engine in the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS has a low center of gravity, which dramatically improves handling and stability. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS feels nimble and manageable despite its size, thanks to this intelligent engine layout. Cooling on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is fully liquid-cooled, ensuring consistent performance in all conditions, whether you're riding through desert heat or mountain cold. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS engine maintains optimal operating temperature. This liquid cooling on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS also allows for tighter tolerances and more consistent power delivery compared to air-cooled designs. The transmission on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is a smooth 6-speed gearbox with shaft drive. The shaft drive on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is perfect for adventure touring because it requires minimal maintenance compared to chain drive. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS shaft drive is sealed and protected, handling everything from highway miles to muddy trails without constant adjustment or lubrication. Performance from the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is exhilarating. With 145 horsepower on tap, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3.5 seconds. That's supercar territory from an adventure tourer. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS has no trouble overtaking traffic on the highway or powering up steep mountain roads with a passenger and full luggage. But the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS isn't just about straight-line speed. The handling of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is incredibly impressive for such a large motorcycle. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS weighs approximately 530 pounds wet, which is substantial, but that weight is positioned low and centrally. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS feels much lighter than its actual weight when you're riding. Now let's talk about the stunning new color options available for the 2026 BMW R1300 GS in the US market. BMW has introduced fresh, exciting colors for the 2026 BMW R1300 GS that make this adventure tourer stand out even more. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS color palette includes both classic and contemporary options to suit every rider's taste. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS is available in several striking colors. You can get the 2026 BMW R1300 GS in racing red, a vibrant, eye-catching color that makes the 2026 BMW R1300 GS look aggressive and sporty. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS in racing red turns heads everywhere you go. Another option for the 2026 BMW R1300 GS is Style Rallye, which features the iconic GS colorway with white, blue, and red graphics. This classic look on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS pays homage to BMW's Dakar Rally heritage. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS in Style Rallye is the choice for traditionalists who love the classic GS aesthetic. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS also comes in frozen dark grey, a sophisticated matte finish that gives the 2026 BMW R1300 GS a stealthy, modern appearance. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS in frozen dark grey looks absolutely stunning with its understated elegance. For riders who prefer something bold, the 2026 BMW R1300 GS is available in Gravity Blue Metallic. This deep, rich blue makes the 2026 BMW R1300 GS look premium and distinctive. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS in Gravity Blue Metallic combines sophistication with presence. Finally, the 2026 BMW R1300 GS offers Style Triple Black, an all-black appearance package that makes the 2026 BMW R1300 GS look menacing and purposeful. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS in Style Triple Black is for riders who want their adventure bike to make a statement. Each color option on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS features high-quality paint with excellent durability. The finish on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS is designed to withstand the rigors of adventure riding, resisting chips, scratches, and UV fading. Now let's explore the incredible technology packed into the 2026 BMW R1300 GS. This adventure tourer features some of the most advanced electronics available on any motorcycle. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS comes standard with ABS Pro, which is BMW's cornering ABS system. The ABS Pro on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS allows full braking even while the bike is leaned over in corners, dramatically improving safety. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS also features Dynamic ESA, which stands for Electronic Suspension Adjustment. This system on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS automatically adjusts the suspension damping based on riding conditions, load, and riding style. The Dynamic ESA on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS continuously monitors what's happening and makes real-time adjustments to optimize ride quality and handling. With Dynamic ESA on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS, the suspension firms up during aggressive riding for better control and softens during relaxed cruising for maximum comfort. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS Dynamic ESA also adjusts for passenger weight and luggage load automatically. You'll always have optimal suspension performance on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS, regardless of conditions. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS features multiple riding modes that completely transform the bike's character. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS offers rain mode for wet conditions with reduced power and gentler throttle response. Road mode on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS provides balanced performance for everyday riding. Dynamic mode on the 2026 BMW R1300 GS unleashes full power with aggressive throttle response for spirited riding. But here's where the 2026 BMW R1300 GS really shines. The 2026 BMW R1300 GS offers Enduro mode specifically designed for off-road riding. In Enduro mode, the 2026 BMW R1300 GS adjusts ABS intervention, traction control, and power delivery for optimal dirt performance. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS becomes a completely different machine in Enduro mode, ready to tackle serious off-road terrain. Traction control on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is incredibly sophisticated. The system on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS monitors wheel speed, lean angle, acceleration, and throttle position to maximize traction in all conditions. The traction control on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS can be adjusted or turned off completely for experienced riders who want full control. The instrument cluster on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is a stunning 6.5-inch full-color TFT display. This screen on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is bright, crisp, and easily readable even in direct sunlight. The 6.5-inch TFT display on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS shows all critical information at a glance, including speed, RPM, gear position, fuel level, riding mode, and navigation. Connectivity on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is comprehensive. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS features BMW Motorrad Connected, which allows the bike to connect with your smartphone. Through the connected system on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS, you can access turn-by-turn navigation, make phone calls, control music, and even receive text message notifications, all displayed on the 6.5-inch TFT screen. Navigation on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is integrated directly into the TFT display. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS navigation system provides clear, easy-to-follow directions with arrow indicators and distance information. Planning routes on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is simple. Using the BMW Connected app on your smartphone, then the route syncs automatically to the bike. Heated grips come standard on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS, which is perfect for year-round riding. The heated grips on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS have multiple temperature settings adjustable through the TFT display. On cold morning rides, the heated grips on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS keep your hands comfortable and functional. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS also includes a tire pressure monitoring system as standard equipment. This system on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS displays current tire pressure for both front and rear tires directly on the TFT screen. The tire pressure monitor on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS alerts you if pressure drops, preventing dangerous situations and helping optimize tire life and fuel economy. Cruise control is available on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS, making long highway rides significantly more comfortable. The cruise control on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is easy to activate and adjust using handlebar controls. On those long interstate stretches, cruise control on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS reduces fatigue and makes the journey more enjoyable. Let's talk about the suspension on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. Up front, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS features a 37mm telelever suspension system. This unique design on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS separates braking and suspension duties, resulting in more consistent suspension action and reduced dive under braking. The telelever on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS provides nearly 8 inches of travel for off-road capability. At the rear, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS uses BMW's paralever system with a single shock absorber. The paralever on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS minimizes the effect of drive shaft torque on suspension action, providing a smoother, more controlled ride. The rear suspension on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS offers over 8.5 inches of travel, ready for serious adventure riding. Both front and rear suspension on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are electronically adjustable through the dynamic ESA system. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS suspension automatically adapts to conditions, but you can also manually adjust settings through the TFT display. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS lets you dial in exactly the suspension characteristics you prefer. Braking on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is exceptional. Up front, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS features dual 310mm floating brake discs with 4-piston radial calipers. These brakes on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS provide tremendous stopping power with excellent feel. The rear brake on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is a single 276mm disc with a 2-piston caliper, perfectly matched to the front for balanced braking. The ABS Pro system on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS works with these premium brakes to provide the ultimate in safety. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS ABS Pro uses lean angle sensors to optimize brake pressure even when the bike is leaned over in corners. You can brake confidently on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS knowing the electronics have your back. Wheels on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are cast aluminum with a cross-spoke design that looks great and provides excellent strength. The front wheel on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is 19 inches, while the rear is 17 inches. This wheel size combination on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS offers the perfect balance between on-road handling and off-road capability. Tires on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are premium adventure rubber designed for all-terrain use. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS comes equipped with tires that handle everything from wet pavement to gravel roads to light trails. The tire sizes on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are 120/70 and 19 front and 170/60/17 rear, offering excellent grip and stability. The seat on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is height adjustable, accommodating riders of various heights. The standard seat height on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is approximately 33.5 inches, but it can be lowered or raised. The seat on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is comfortable for all-day riding with excellent padding and shaping. Ergonomics on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are excellent for long-distance touring. The riding position on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is upright and natural, reducing fatigue on long rides. The handlebars on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are positioned for comfortable reach, and the foot pegs are placed for a relaxed leg position. Wind protection on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is outstanding. The large windscreen on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is electrically adjustable, allowing you to fine-tune wind protection for different conditions and speeds. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS windscreen can be raised for maximum protection or lowered for a more open riding experience. Storage and luggage capacity on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is extensive. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is designed to accept BMW's full range of luggage options. You can equip the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS with side cases, a top case, tank bags, and tail bags for maximum carrying capacity. The fuel tank on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS holds approximately 5 gallons, giving the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS excellent range between fill-ups. With the efficient boxer engine, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS can achieve 45 to 50 miles per gallon, translating to a range of over 200 miles per tank. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is ready for serious long-distance adventure touring. Lighting on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is fully LED throughout. The headlight on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS features adaptive technology that adjusts beam pattern based on lean angle, illuminating corners as you ride through them. The LED lights on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are bright, efficient, and long-lasting. Build quality on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is exceptional. Every component on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS feels robust and well-engineered. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is built to withstand years of hard use in demanding conditions. BMW's attention to detail on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is evident in every aspect of the bike. The frame on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is a steel bridge frame that's incredibly strong yet reasonably lightweight. The frame on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS provides a solid foundation for all the bike's components while maintaining the flexibility needed for excellent handling. Customization options for the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are extensive. BMW offers numerous accessories specifically designed for the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. You can add fog lights to the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS for improved visibility. Crash protection bars for the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS guard the engine and bodywork during drops. Center stands, auxiliary lights, comfort seats, GPS mounts, and countless other accessories let you personalize your 2026 BMW R 1300 GS exactly how you want it. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS also offers different equipment levels and packages. The base 2026 BMW R 1300 GS comes well equipped, but you can upgrade to the premium package on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS for additional features. Higher trim levels of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS include items like keyless ignition, upgraded suspension components, and additional riding modes. Maintenance on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is straightforward thanks to shaft drive and reliable engineering. Service intervals on the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS are generous, reducing the total cost of ownership. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is designed for riders who want to spend time riding, not wrenching. Reliability of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS builds on decades of GS heritage. The Boxer engine in the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is proven and durable, with many examples exceeding 100,000 miles with proper maintenance. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is built to last, making it an excellent long-term investment. Now let's discuss who the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is perfect for. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is ideal for riders who want a large adventure tourer with the latest technology and specifications. If you're planning transcontinental trips, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS has the comfort, range, and cargo capacity you need. If you want a bike that can handle fire roads and gravel as easily as highways, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS delivers. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is also perfect for riders who appreciate advanced electronics and rider aids. If you value safety features like ABS Pro and traction control, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS has you covered. If you want connectivity and navigation integrated into your motorcycle, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS provides it all. For experienced riders looking to upgrade to a premium adventure bike, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS represents the pinnacle of the segment. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS combines decades of BMW engineering excellence with the latest technology. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is also suitable for newer riders who are ready for a larger bike, thanks to its manageable power delivery and extensive electronic aids. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS competes with bikes like the Ducati Multistrada, KTM 1290 Super Adventure, and Yamaha Super Tenere. However, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS stands out with its unique boxer engine character, legendary reliability, and comprehensive electronics package. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS has earned its reputation as the benchmark adventure tourer. Pricing for the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS starts around $18,000 for the base model, with premium packages and options pushing the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS price toward $22,000 or more when fully loaded. While the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS isn't cheap, you're getting world-class engineering, advanced technology, and the legendary GS capability and reliability. The value proposition of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is strong when you consider what you're getting. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS will provide years of reliable service, hold its resale value well, and deliver countless miles of adventure. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is an investment in experiences, not just a motorcycle. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. This adventure tourer combines the legendary BMW Boxer engine producing 145 horsepower with cutting-edge technology like ABS Pro and dynamic ESA. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS features a beautiful 6.5-inch TFT display with full connectivity, heated grips, and tire pressure monitoring. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS comes in stunning new colors for the US market. If you want a large adventure tourer with the latest specifications and technology, the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is an excellent choice. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS delivers on-road comfort, off-road capability, advanced electronics, and legendary BMW reliability. The 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is ready for any adventure you can imagine. What do you think of the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS? Which color would you choose for your 2026 BMW R 1300 GS? Have you ridden a previous generation GS, and are you excited about the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS improvements? Drop a comment below and let the Wheels of Luxury community know your thoughts about the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS. If you enjoyed this comprehensive look at the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS, smash that subscribe button for Wheels of Luxury and hit the bell icon. We've got more incredible motorcycle reviews coming, including more adventure bikes, sport bikes, cruisers, and luxury touring machines. Don't miss our upcoming content. Until next time, keep the adventure alive, keep exploring new roads, and we'll see you in the next episode of Wheels of Luxury. Remember, life is too short to stay on pavement, and the 2026 BMW R 1300 GS is ready to take you anywhere.